Welcome everybody. How are you guys? Thank you so much for we're getting some feedback there. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Welcome to this week's Room Revamp Live. Today we are talking about games rooms. So this is perfect. Oh, sorry, we've got some technical difficulties quickly happening here. There we go. So games rooms. This is perfect for if you have an Airbnb, because everybody always wants a games room, or if you have like teenagers and stuff that you want to keep at home and keep the family together, and have some more destination sort of vibes for your house. This is what we're going to be talking about today. So
we're going to start with our submission. So this is Michelle's games room. It looks like it's in a basement and it's Mountain Green, Utah. So let's talk about it. But first, we are Erin and Heather of Pinkwall Designs. You guys also can submit your rooms anytime. So we go live every 2 weeks, and we love to talk about how we can improve your rooms with strategic swaps, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's bring up Michelle's submission here.
So clean room. Yeah, let's talk about the diagnosis. Oh, her submission.
Yeah, let's just mainly see what she had some requests. So we'll just get right into it. Let's look at how it looks currently. So like we said, it's in a basement in her home, and it's personal kind of leaning, right? This isn't an Airbnb. This is personal leaning. She wants to, surprise her teenage son so he can invite all of his buddies over. But also, like, let's make it fun for the whole family, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to go all in and just make it like specifically for him. We want everybody to gather together and it almost become like the Hangout House is our angle that we're playing with this.
Totally. So let us get into sort of the diagnosis, right? I mean, it is clean, we can say that, but otherwise it does look a little bit sterile. There's just not a lot going on. It's kind of like, here's the finished basement, and then we just put a ping pong table in there. So we definitely need to bring some life and some personality into this games room. We want to make it a destination and an experience. I don't think we have to overdo it with games. I think we see a lot of clients of ours and people, especially in the Airbnb space, I think they think that more is more. But sometimes with games rooms, it's nice to have, a few select games and then focus more on just the other elements of the room. You don't have to throw up all the games everywhere. Focusing on 2 or 3 is better.
And games that appeal to your audience. So she's saying that it's for her teenage son, right? We're not going to do games that are appealing to younger, like children and whatnot, or maybe too old. They're kind of in the sweet spot that we can appeal to both the family and the older kind of teenage crowd. And then fair, what she was thinking is, spending the budget of $6,000 on more games, a neon sign, maybe a seating area. It definitely lacks that seating area. We notice she's got those beanbag chairs in the corner. We want something that's more comfortable. But the one benefit she has going for her is actually the amount of space she has to work with.
Yeah.
So that's huge. So we definitely have some good ideas brewing there. We always love to start every design with a color palette, a strategy. And this is going to truly help you guys figure out what furniture is actually going to go in the space, because you want it to look cohesive. You want to almost have this palette inspiration pre-thought out before you even start designing.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. I'm going to try to give you guys a side-by-side here. Really don't know if that's going to work, may not, but yeah, okay. So here is the color palette that we're working with. So we, here it is. So, people, I think also too, in their personal home, they're afraid to play with color, but like you don't have to do these primary colors with these Crayola reds and stuff. You can bring in some really nice color and keep it still neutral and personal home theme. So that's exactly what we did here. We're leaning into like, some pale grayish sky blues, some like deeper olive greens, some navies, like some like chocolate browns, terracotta, right?
We went with woods kind of because it's more mature, right? So you want to mix in different textures, different elements as well. And how it looks currently, it's very white, right? Like it's stark, but you can almost play on that and make it a little more moodier because it is going to be a games room. I'm sure there's a TV down there. So actually putting, some color on the walls will do wonders for this space.
Yeah. And another quick note about this too is because this is a basement, like as you guys can see here, there are some windows and like a bit of natural light, but really a basement is typically darker. So that's kind of where you want to play into like the darker colors because you're not going to get that. When you do that upstairs where there's a lot of natural light, the colors can look so different depending on the time of day that it can kind of mess up the design sometimes. But when it's going to be like the same lighting, like 24 hours a day, that's a real advantage. And that is almost when you should lean into the dark and moody because it just is going to look good at all times of the day.
Yeah.
So
let's get into where our thought goes. We're thinking what games we're going to be putting in the space. And other design elements. She said she wanted a seating zone, and then all of the accessories will bring it all together. So I'm just going to bring this to the stage. This is our inspiration and kind of pulling of furniture and elements. And then at the kind of near the end of this segment, we'll give you guys a before and after reveal. Transformation.
Yes. There we go. So here's kind of what we've been like what we were thinking for this space. So rugs, like for sure, are always a must really in every space, in every zone, even dining rooms, we put rugs in, we love that. But definitely for a games room like this, you want as big of a rug as humanly possible to just anchor the space and bring in pattern. Like why not? We have a complete blank slate to work with. So we wanted to, throw in a nice big rug, and there are some colors in there too, which is nice. A nice little stripe pattern. So think about your rugs as like step one after paint.
Yeah. So touch on paint as well. We kind of mentioned about bringing that color palette into the space, and we opted with this deep gray, almost off black that will truly like transform the space. We're going to do it on all the walls and also the ceiling. Because they have the pot lights, recessed lighting in the ceilings, we're very limited with the amount of lighting that we can do. So we're going to bring in other elements like a floor lamp and whatnot just to kind of space out the lighting. But there is enough of that natural lighting coming in that you can do something like a darker paint on both the walls and ceiling.
Yeah. Plus in a games room, like I always love to change the light fixture, but if you've got ping pong balls flying around, sometimes the recessed lighting is actually the better solution. So you're not breaking, chandelier style lighting and like semi-flush lighting. So also too, I think people really don't think about curtains with games rooms. I think they just think it's unnecessary, especially in the basement. Even if the windows are shorter though, a floor to ceiling curtain still just brings in such nice elegance, luxury. It really elevates the space no matter how big the windows are. And you can keep them open. If you're thinking like, oh, well, we don't want it to be dark, keep them open. It just still gives you that option. It brings in that added element of decor. And, if you do feel like you do want to close them, then you can go ahead, like at night, especially, you can go ahead and do that. And it just makes it that much cozier and better. So don't forget about curtains in basements and in games rooms. So we definitely wanted to add some of those here.
Yeah. And we'll almost focus in the space as zones, if you'll call them. We've touched on zones before in the past, but it is a games room. So let's talk about the games. They already had looked like a very nice quality ping pong table. So we're going to opt to keep that in the space. It appeals to obviously the teenagers plus, adults. Sometimes you can get into playing games on the ping pong table. But it also, because there's more room, we're going to go with a shuffleboard as well. That's going to be another game element that appeals to the, I guess,
really everybody.
Yeah. Age demographic, girls, boys, anyone can play that. And a shuffleboard is really key in small, narrow spaces. So you can almost like put them anywhere. We love doing shuffleboards all the time. You can put it behind a couch, right? Anchor the couch and just put it there because you just really need space on both ends. You can push it up against a wall. In this space, we can actually have a full perimeter around it. So that one's always a good one to go with. And I think this one that we opted is also like another little bowling game too. So
yeah, either or, the bowling or the pucks.
Yeah. And then the final game that we would also go with is a dartboard because it also appeals to the age demographic that we're going for.
And it's nice with this variation of games too, you can have different groups playing different games simultaneously. One other little tip about the shuffleboard table is it can also act as a room divider if you need that to happen. If you have like one big open space in your basement and you want to maybe do even like a little guest room area, but you're not going to like finish it off with walls, you can very well use it as, like Erin said, put it up behind a couch or just play with it. Even get like a little like faux room divider sort of thing, put it up against that. Like it just makes it more permanent feeling. So definitely use that to your advantage with space plans as well as, you know, for fun and the use that it's intended.
Yeah, exactly. So that checks off games. Michelle also wanted a seating zone, which is very important in a games room. You're not always playing games. There's also going to be people gathering that just want to enjoy a comfortable seating area. So we pulled in that chocolate, like really nice brown leather couch through this article couch dupe. So if you guys recall, there's a gorgeous couch that, you know, everybody knows from Article, and we found the perfect dupe match on Wayfair, and it saves you like $2,000. So this
isn't it close to like $4,000 normally?
Article, yeah, like it's just over like $3,000
taxes and everything.
And this one is just over $1,000.
Wow.
So that's going to definitely keep her in her budget range because if you guys recall, she only had $6,000 to work with.
Yeah.
And we really want to like bring in other elements to make the space feel finished. So we didn't feel like spending, you know, $3,000-4,000 on a couch was like the most budget friendly mindset there. So,
and we get so many, not only requests from clients for this style of couch, but also in our Airbnb clients, their guests all comment. They say, "Oh my gosh, the couch was so beautiful. It's also comfortable, and it's durable." Which for a games room, you need that durability. You're going to be having a lot of people there, and food and drinks and all that stuff. So it's that is a great dupe.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, pair it with some throw pillows. That always brings in a decor element there. So we just linked, I think, a couple with that forest green, some blues, just kind of pull in that palette fully. And then on the other side, there is another option for seating. So we love to do like a matching accent chair for comfort. You know, people don't always feel like piling onto the couch. So we just went with those really pretty kind of lighter blue material that are also very durable, paired with a little side table in between.
Yeah, perfect. And so another thing to think about, guys, is let's talk about accent walls, because I think everybody's like, I have to paint my whole entire wall one different color. I have to put wallpaper on my whole entire wall. An accent wall can be easily done with just slats. And this is a nice hack, for a budget-friendly option, but also you don't have to do the whole wall.
Yeah.
You can just frame the TV out. So it is really nice if you want to just do a color drench and make it simple for the painter, as we suggested for her to do in this games room. Then just to add that little extra accent, just only frame out the TV and you're done. And like a pack, this could probably take like just one box of slats. And they're really inexpensive. Like, I don't know, you can get boxes for like $150 or something. That is such a win for, you know, an accent wall. And if, you know, if something does break, or let's say like a ball hits it and whatever, you can just kind of peel it off and like re-put a new one back on. It's very durable, again, because we're thinking about, you know, games and stuff. So, and it goes really nicely in a games room like this, just with the moody vibe. Slats are a really nice addition, I think.
Yeah. And to add on to that, we opted actually to do this feature wall over a neon sign. So this debate is a little bit controversial. We do love a neon sign, but there's a time and a place. for it. So it does do very well in games rooms, as an accent wall, you know, depending on where you're going. But we thought, you know, her initial thought was maybe a neon sign, but because it was a personal preference of, you know, like it's in your home, is it going to date? A neon sign can lean very kind of trendy in the moment. And we wanted this to age very well as the teenage, you know, years go by, as it's something permanently in her basement and her home. So that is why we actually opted to do the beautiful wood slats over the neon sign. And it's also just like a better spot for the TV to be anchoring the space, kind of enjoyed by everybody in the games room.
Yes, but we did leave her the option if she wants a neon sign, and I think you guys can see our mouse here, could go like right above the dartboard, or you could maybe even fit it in over top of this like chess artwork if she wanted. She can just, and this is a nice way to maybe put something up for a year, especially if like her son is on a team, maybe like in high school. That could be fun for like, you know, the 2-3 years that he's got left there. And then when that's no longer his team, she can just easily remove it. And it's still going to be this nice, you know, positively aging games room that doesn't look like, you know,
tacky,
this or that. So we did want to leave her that option, but she doesn't have to put it up, and putting it down or taking it away, like it will still, it'll look good either way. So she does have the option if she wants to go get it done later.
Yeah, exactly. And actually a good hack, we've done this in our properties before. We've actually put a neon sign over top of artwork. So that checkerboard artwork, as Heather was saying, to go above, I think it would actually look really nice to go on the artwork, and it would be like its own little feature kind of statement piece too, with the checkered artwork that we opted with.
Yeah, that's very true. And that can easily be taken down as well. It's less permanent. So
exactly.
A couple of different options. We didn't want to completely nix her neon sign suggestion, but this is how we sort of walked around it.
Yeah. And we'll just kind of wrap it up by bringing this back, because there is also a couple of tables. You know, people are going to always want somewhere to put their drinks. So just underneath the dartboard, we did do a console table, just nice and skinny, can lean flat. You know, it's not like a tripping hazard on the wall. And then on the other side, we're going to be going with this almost like bar console. It has like a mini fridge in there, so then you could put in sodas, pops, drinks, and just have it very good for entertaining in the space.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So shall we show you guys what this would look like, everything implemented? I think so. I want to see.
Yeah.
What's happening? Just a sec.
I think it's this. That's why. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
So we've got this fully. Here is the after render, guys. If you recall what it was before, it was very, you know, it had so much potential with the amount of space, but it was very stark white, very bland. We added more games with this, and it just completely transformed it into the ultimate games room. And we do have a video as well to share. So do we want to start with Michelle's version or our version?
Oh yeah. Okay. So if we were to do, or if Michelle were to have attempted this herself, based on her ideas, this is what we imagine it would. So, you know, games and the neon sign, it looks different, but it doesn't still really have that experience feel to it. You know, I think it's still missing a lot of opportunity, or there's a lot of missed opportunity still, in my opinion here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does look different.
Exactly. Like she added the game, she added the neon sign, but where the impact I think comes from ours is the paint, the, you know, the curtains, the rugs. We opted to do the exact same games in our version, but we just added all the other elements that truly make it that or that much more of a version. So this is our version here. It's got huge potential for ultimate entertaining. And yeah, so that's kind of the distinguish between our version and Michelle's. And I will just touch on budget too, because that was important for her. She had said initially that she was willing to work with $6,000. So Michelle's version that we did, a lot of the money actually goes towards a custom neon sign, right? And the more expensive couches, that kind of thing. So Michelle's version here came at $5,628. And you can see it's kind of, still very similar to the before. And our version here is $4,845. And you can just see the contrast between the two, which is pretty night and day.
Mm-hmm. And something to keep in mind again, like, it is, a lot about the games for sure, but really it's about the experience and her son wanting to go down there and wanting to bring his friends there and his friends wanting to come over. That's what it's about. And it's funny because those elements really happen within the non-game products. It's about the other little swaps. Like we don't have to do any, heavy renovations. And if you guys know anything about us, we kind of, as a design company, are like the people that lean away from doing renovations because you can get such a drastic transformation with these smaller strategic swaps, like paint, with curtains, with rugs. And that's really where the experience comes in. The couch. Yeah. So yes, a games room is about the games, but it's really about the feeling and the experience when you go in there and have your family and friends in there. So
exactly.
Yes, Michelle, we hope that you go through with this. And if you do, of course, let us know. We'd love to see the after that actually happened at your home. And we wish you all the best. But guys, we are not done yet because we always talk about a lifestyle segment after the room revamp. And okay, so it's the middle of August. Some of us have already gone back to school. The rest of us are coming up to that first sort of day back. But with that comes summer winding down, and which is very sad. But be that as it may, we're getting ready for a new season. But we do want to talk about throwing like a final goodbye summer party. And more than that, the strategy of getting your storage stuff and packing up your patio now versus waiting until September or October when it's literally going to be double the price. So let's get started on talking about that right now. So if we're going to throw our final last hurrah, if you will. Sorry, just give me 1 second. This is sort of the inspiration that we are, sorry guys, just a sec. There we go. This is what we are talking about. Okay. So a lot of you guys will probably already have some of this stuff, but if you don't, now is the time to buy it. Like, we're not trying to sit here and say like sale, but really if you're trying to plan ahead and be like budget friendly, now is the time where you buy your patio furniture and the storage solutions for this patio furniture, because everything is on sale right now. As soon as you wait a little bit longer, like if you're going to wait for patio furniture in the spring, it's going to be full price. And if you're going to wait till September, October for the storage stuff, it's going to be full price. For whatever reason, stars have aligned right now. Both patio furniture and storage solutions are both very, very discounted. So we pulled up some of this stuff here for you. All of this is extremely discounted right now. And it's stuff that you just might not have yet. And maybe you're thinking, oh, well, I'll do that next year or I'll wait. But really the most ideal thing is for you to get it now. So,
and the whole thought process about that too is like, we're focusing on getting you guys savings, right? Because in 6 months time from now, when I can, revamp my exterior, but I don't want to spend X amount of dollars because it's so expensive right now. Why not buy now and then use these kind of tips for storage so it's already ready to go in 6 months?
Yeah. And when the snow finally starts to melt in the, the colder weather goes away, you can just bring it out. Like you don't have to do the ordering and the planning then, and you lose a month of your, nice weather. So, yeah. All right, here's what we have suggested for you guys. Okay. So obviously an outdoor rug primarily is like ideal. If you don't have one, you should get one. This one in particular is not only on sale right now, but it's machine washable and it's really, really, really durable. So it, you can buy it now and roll it up for the winter time, or you can roll the dice and leave it, but it can really withstand a lot of weather. Like I said, it can be washed easily. So this is a really good option. And this rug in particular is normally, I think, double the price right now. It's 50% off, which is really, really nice. Dining tables are huge, and we're going to suggest, so if you guys can see our mouse here, We've got a dining table. You know what? Let's just show them maybe even what we're talking about. This is like the inspiration, but let's just show you guys what it's going to look like all together. And we can talk it through here. So this is kind of everything together. So that's the area rug. The table, dining tables are one of the biggest ticket items that you will purchase. And these need to be so durable, because of weather, heat, all that stuff. But I think people are just messier outside because they're not as careful. They're not indoors. You want a sturdy wood table. You want to avoid that plastic if you can. This one is a really good option. And then if you see in this photo over here, we have this great cover for it where you can put it outside and just leave it on. This table, you won't have to pack up. You won't have to put it in a shed or anything like that. You open it up, put it in your backyard, cover it, and you can leave it. And these covers are really, really great. This one in particular is just a general box size, if you can see what we're talking about right here. So it should fit most dining tables. You don't have to get a specific one that's going to cover your exact dimensions. Get this big one, throw some other things under it, and call it a day.
Yep.
Umbrella, same thing. Umbrellas are all very discounted right now. Normally they are more of a, a nice one anyway. This is a really pretty one. This one is a little bit more expensive. Usually I think over $200, but right now it's I think under $100. Everybody needs an umbrella for a little bit of shade, right? Mm-hmm. This couch with cushions here, this big bag that we have can fit most cushions. Again, it's not specific for the sizing of the different pillows. Just it's better to kind of get a bigger bag and you can throw as much of the cushions in there as you need to. This fire pit we have here, it's can be left. I mean, in a perfect world, you can cover it if you get really heavy snow, but it can be just lid on and left with snow and ice and all of that. It should be okay.
And take advantage of using this now, right? Like a fire pit, you're still going to want to have some use of it during the fall. It's not something that you want to wrap away immediately. Maybe the table, like now's the time where getting to eat outside is maybe becoming a little limited within the next month or so. But a fire pit, I mean, there's still going to be some really nice evenings into, September, depending on where you are. And you could still enjoy, a little glass of wine or something out with the ambiance of the fire pit. But like Heather's saying, there is an option to obviously like cover it, wrap it up so you don't have to actually store it away. And then the twinkle lights, those are something that are like always in season. And if you get them solar, like with solar panels, they'll always turn on. You just hang them properly once and then they're good to go for any season, anytime. And they still look really nice within the winter seasons as well too.
Hang them and leave them.
Exactly. So that we love a low maintenance decor piece.
Yeah, totally. And then a little, moving forward, obviously cornhole is something great that you can grab now because you can still use it into the fall, but that's an easy, just like this, you could put in a storage space or something, or you can wrap it with you can throw it in under your dining table even and like put that big cover on that we were talking about. And then coolers are always great to have. Like you still, even if it's colder outside, you probably still want like some cold drinks for this like final summer party. And this particular one just has a lid. It can be locked down and like put away and left as well. You don't have to store it inside if you don't have the space. And this cooler is, I think, 50% off right now as well. So you're definitely going to use that next year, next summer, etc.
And maybe if it's, time to put it away, you could put it in your new games room.
Yes.
We're all about entertaining this segment and this week's live. So we love that.
It's very true. So yeah, this is more of a be smart and time your purchases well. A little less glamorous for this lifestyle segment, but all of these things inevitably you do need. And a lot of people put it off because like, oh, I'll get it later. And when you do go get it later, it's full price. So take advantage now and save some dollars for sure. But I think that's
going to wrap things up for this week, guys. So that's a wrap officially on the Room Revamp Live.
Mm-hmm. And your room could be next. So if you want us to revamp your room, all you have to do is go to pinkwalldesigns.inc.com. All the instructions are there. Please come follow us on Instagram, guys. We post so much, lots of fun videos, lots of good tips, and of course, all of our before and after transformations.
And reminders for the next one.
Yes. And join us for our next Room Revamp Live on August 26th. It's a Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, exact same instructions, same link. Join us there. And we would love to chat with you in the comments.
Perfect, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.